Hello, brothers and sisters, friends, and fellow dreamers. How are you? I hope everything is going well and all of you are having a great and fantastic time. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most important steps of English learning, English speaking learning. I think you have already understood what is the topic. What is today's topic and on which topic I'm going to talk about today. Today's topic is listening. Listening is the most important part or step to learn a language. To learn English speaking. So, if you want to learn a language, then you must listen a lot. Okay, so I'm not a perfect and fluent English speaker. I can speak little bit in English. It is true that I can make a lots of mistakes, so please forgive my mistakes. Okay, if I will have any mistakes. I was talking about listening. Listening is the first and initial step to learn a language. If you want to learn English language, then you have to follow English listening first. Okay? How you can follow English listening? You can invest your time, you can spend your time, leisure time. If you are a student, then you have lots of leisure time. You can spend in the morning in listening. You can spend your time before sleeping. You can invest your time when you are free, in the evening. Or if you are a worker, employee, or if you are doing a job for a company, then you have holidays, weekends. You get holidays, lots of holidays. Then you can practice or listen English actively on holidays. Okay, but don't make excuse and don't give excuse, because if you give excuse, then you are destroying your valuable time. You are destroying your potentials. Okay, and if you want to be successful in your life, then forget about giving excuse, because the more you give excuse, the more you lose your potentials that you'll get in the future. In today's generation, the generation of digitalization, if you don't know English, if you can't speak in English, then you are going to miss a lots of opportunities in the future. Okay, in this time in 2025, people are connecting with the people who live in abroad. Suppose I live in Bangladesh, I can easily connect with the people who live in America, Canada, Australia. Okay, people are still connecting. There are so many people who have a good relationship with the other who live in America, Canada, or any other countries. So, and they are working with them. And I know you heard the word freelance a lots of time before. Okay, what is freelance? Freelance mean you have to complete someone's work who live in abroad by sitting in your home. I don't know more about freelance, but I just say what I knew about freelance. Okay, so people doing freelance, how people are doing freelance work? Because they know English and they can easily communicate with other people who live in abroad, and they have been completing their work by sitting at their home. Sorry, because I'm diverting from my path. I was talking about listening. I want to just tell you that how English has potential in the future, and without English, without knowing English, you can't do well in future. You can't shine your life in the future. Okay, that's why you must learn English. So I was talking about listening. So if you want to learn a language, if you want to get familiar with a language, then you have to listen English a lot. And in initial time, when you start when you start learning English language, you'll face lots of problem, lots of challenges, lots of hinders when you will start learning English speaking. But if you are passionate and if you are committed to yourself, then you can learn this language. And you can find lots of videos, thousands and millions of videos on online on YouTube that will help you to learn this language. But you have to be consistent, you have to be passionate about learning this language. So in initial time, when you will start learning this language, you will face lots of challenges. In initial time, English will be so hard for you. You can't understand what the native English speaker, you can't understand the English videos, but gradually you will be able to understand English speakers and English videos. But you have to keep listening English videos, otherwise the English content, the English language won't be familiar with you. So, suppose I understand Hindi, my brothers, my younger brother and sisters, my neighbors, the children who lives around my home, the children of my village, every children know Hindi language. But how they get familiar with Hindi language? Because they watch Hindi cartoon a lot. That's why they get familiar with Hindi language. But and if they did not watch any Hindi content, then Hindi language might be as difficult as English for them. But as they are used to watching Hindi cartoon, that's why they get familiar with Hindi language. Even I also understand Hindi language because I watched Hindi movies a lot. I watched Hindi anime a lot. I watched Hindi cartoon a lot. That's why I can understand Hindi fully. And if you want to understand English very well, then you have to listen English content a lot. Try to listen to English podcast, try to listen English interview, try to listen English TV shows, try to listen English, try to watch English movies, try to listen English songs. Just merge yourself with English language and try to surround yourself with the English element. Suppose try to read English books, try to read English stories, try to read English posts on Facebook. But normally you don't get English posts on Facebook. But if you join English community, I mean, if you can join English book community or English reader community where people share their opinion, where people share their experience of reading a book. Those group will help you a lot. Why I tell you this thing? Because I also personally follow these steps. I joined a lots of community, I mean groups where people share their best books, pages photo, where people share their experience of reading a book. And almost every day I try to read those English content, I mean those English posts, or I try to read those pages that people share on that group. Okay, so and whenever I get free time, I try to read the best pages or best chapter or lesson of books that people share on those groups. I think you have understood. So I want to say again that there is no alternative than listening. So try to listen English content as much as you can. Try to read English content, I mean English book, English post as much as you can. Okay, the more you read, the more you will get familiar with English language. Okay, so and try to speak as well when you are learning anything. So try to read aloud. I'm telling you from my experience because I am an English learner like you, and still I have been learning English. Okay, so I think this advice will help you a lot. So see you in the next video. Bye bye. Keep practicing and keep listening.